Hi all, my name is Eefje. I'm, I think a living example of that this work really works. So basically, Joe, the former me, so the old me, was diagnosed about, I think, 3 years ago with cervical cancer. I had surgery and was thought to be, okay. But, the cancer got back in like a couple of months, and they said it was so severe, it was so aggressive. It had, I don't know, in a couple of months spread out all across, my whole belly to the peritoneum, I think. So the lining, across all your organs. And, there was tumors the size of kiwis, the size of, there was like a whole big fruit basket in there. It was a mess. They said, we looked at the scan, and they said it's all white, I guess. It's covered all over. So basically, they said there's a 0% chance you're gonna survive. Sorry. You? So, we knew, my husband and I, we knew going into the interview with the doctor, because I felt it was wrong. I felt it for a long time, and they didn't want to give me the scan, and once they did, the result was this bad. And I knew what they were going to say. I knew they were going to say, there's no chance you're going to survive, because, I've read the statistics, I'm analytical, I read everything, So, first thing I said is, I'm an analyst, it's my job. You probably got the numbers wrong, and, there's always a chance that there's someone who can survive. But, somehow, I did the chemo, I did all the, I did everything. I did diet, I did everything you can think of, magnets, all the shit out there.
Matter to matter.
Yeah, and at first I had a lot of faith, thinking, I can beat this. And I was very strong in the beginning, but somehow they had to repeat to me over and over again, whatever you do, it's not gonna work, you won't survive. There's no chance in hell you're gonna live through this. You might live a month longer, but that's it. So no chance. They, at some point, they just basically said, go home and die. And after the chemo and everything they did to me, I was just sent home, and there was like no doctor in the Netherlands who would even, help me. And I went to Germany, and I did expensive treatment. We lost all our money. We went through lots of difficult times. And, then you showed up in my YouTube stream. And I thought, that's finally someone I can relate to. It's the science. It's not like woobly stuff. It's, I get this. And you know what? Let's just try it. So I read the book. I watched the videos. I did everything. I started meditations, and I thought, like, if I have the chance, I wasn't sure how much longer I had at that time. So, but I said, if I have the chance to go to an advanced event, I will. And then finally, what was it, like 2 months ago? I was in Mallorca, and still I went there, and it was like the lady said, I had the feeling like I might not be worthy enough, to receive the healing, because there were people in wheelchairs, and I was like, I'm not, perhaps not be worthy enough to get healed. And I know on the last day I got the coin from you, and then I felt so much love and the Gratitude, yes, already just from being selected, I guess. And
gratitude is? Okay, just curious.
And that's true, Because, I'm not like, I'm very analytical, so I wasn't like up to that, I didn't have the experience, with the movement and everything, and I was, still trying to get beyond the analytical mind, and I was struggling really hard for the whole week. And I can only tell that this is so true, because I know before I had the healing on the last day, and when I walked into the room, I felt it already. I knew I was okay, and I laid down, and you people, they were still standing up, still putting their hands over their hearts, and I lay down on the ground, and instantly my body started shaking, and I was like this, and that went on and on and on, and at some point I think it felt like something just grabbed here, something inside of me, and just pulled it out, and I thought, it's gone, it's lifted, it really...
Listen closely, because that was the experience, yes? Now, there should be an effect in her biology as a result of it, yes or no?
Yes, so, well, here comes the cool part. So, and it happened, and I was laughing and crying, and I felt so blessed, and I went home the same night, and I came home, and I told my husband, I think I'm okay, I think I'm healed. I'm pretty sure, but yeah, it's difficult with cancer. It's not like I could instantly see or anything. So I was like, okay, now I feel I'm okay, but we have to prove it, because otherwise people are not going to believe me. So we went for a scan, just before we came to this event, I had the results, and I've done a PET CT scan, and they actually pulled me through twice to make sure. And there came the words I thought I would never hear from a person wearing a white coat. But he said, you know what? There's absolutely nothing to worry about. There's no single trace of cancer left in your body. And one more thing I wanted to add is that you always say where you put your mind, is where. And I actually, when there were people on this stage telling their stories, and I was still like, okay, they can do it, and I can do it, and I imagined myself at another event on stage with you telling my story.
And I would say that she feels worthy to receive now, yeah? Beautiful.